It's the start of soccer season and there are many new coaches wondering where to begin. I've been there just over a year ago. After no clear direction, I dove into research and YouTube videos to see where I should begin. I now want to pass that knowledge to you. There's obviously a lot of other training videos there online, but this is a good starter guide. First, let's start with some tips for beginning coaches. First, coach with your heart as well as your head. Young players need care and attention to fulfill their potential. Winning isn't everything at this age, so take a moment to pause and think before saying anything other than encouragement or praise. This will help players leave their sessions and matches feeling positive about the sport and you as a coach. Long-term goals here. Second, don't overcoach. I've done this. Often coaches will interrupt exercises and matches too frequently to try and point out mistakes. Try to let the players enjoy a long period of uninterrupted play where possible, as this helps keep sessions enjoyable and fun. Be simple and clear in your coaching and demonstrations. Simple soccer. And remember that young players have shorter attention spans, so keep it brief. Third, never stop learning. I spend a couple hours every week looking at YouTube videos, coach talks, training drills, and more. It's hard to know where to begin, which is why I created this video and this soccer channel. I have playlists of my favorite videos on this channel, which you can check out, and much more coming down the line. There's also Cover Coaching, USYS University training, grassroots coaching licenses, and more. Fourth, concentrate on performance, not the result. When you are a development coach, your goal is long-term success. In the short term, you may lose games, but if you stick to a repetitive plan that you can grow off of and not jump and teach 20 different things and 20 different drills in a short matter of time, then you will see great results long-term. And each player and team is different and will learn at their own pace. Work with them and have fun along the way, which leads to number 5, be positive and enjoy coaching. Try to bring enthusiasm and encouragement and energy to every session. Positivity is infectious, and this plays a huge role in building relationships with your players and becoming a successful coach. Is that not you? Get an assistant coach that's a little bit more bubbly if you need to. Lastly, number 6, bring a plan for your coaching sessions, and this is where I will spend the rest of the video and the time to go into more detail. Every team, age group, and club is different. For my U11 7v7 boys soccer team, I have Monday and Wednesday practices for only 1 hour each of those days. What can I possibly teach them in this short time frame that sticks, especially with only 3 weeks until games start? Well, I'll tell you how I do it. And it's simple. I focus on drills that we do regularly for comfort and then build on it. I will detail this further, but I do want you all to know that I follow the play, practice, play structure. This means I start every practice, for those who show up early especially, a mini game that is unstructured. So this can be 2v2 until more players come, then 3v3, 4v4, etc. Sometimes I'll jump in if one team is dominating and just let them play and move and experiment. Then in my 60-minute training, I do a warm-up, move to focus drills, and end with another mini game so the kids can use what they learned and practiced in a game-like atmosphere. Okay, great, but you want details. So let's break this down further. First, I have 3 weeks before games start. So I have to measure skills, identify positions, 2 that I focus on for each kid, build fitness, and build teamwork or chemistry. I take notes in the first few practices on areas I want them to grow and learn, and then create a plan for each of them. Which means I may break up the team into 3 groups and have them work on different skills at practice once a week. I then adapt that plan over the course of the season. It's a lot of extra work, but I feel I can get good team chemistry and one-on-one style training development for each kid, even though 2 coaches are managing 14 players every practice. Okay, but what does this look like in practice? Well, I mentioned that our practices are Monday and Wednesday. Here's what I focus on each day. Monday, I focus on basic skills. I show up 30 minutes or so before practice, set up my drills, and then set up a spot for a mini game for anyone to start when they show up early. I will let this play until about 6 p.m. or a little after if I see it's good effort in the gameplay. Then it's warm-ups. I focus on warm-ups with the ball. Realistically, I only spend 5 to 10 minutes with this. Warm-ups can be as simple as 5 basic ball drills, toe taps, sole rolls, tick-tocks, triangles, etc. These are quick 30 seconds, count your touches, 15-second rest, and keep going. Sometimes warm-ups may be a competition. These are shootouts. Ball must hit the net first or you're out. And then you got to move back a few steps and hit the net again or they're out. Speed dribble, just like the width of the field and back. Juggling or throw-in competitions for distance and accuracy. Then there's the first half drills, about 10 to 15 minutes. As I mentioned earlier, Mondays are ball skills and I want to not change 4 to 10 different cone drills for a couple of weeks. I want consistency. So I focus on 4 cone drills. It's a simple setup, 2 stations total, 3 to 4 kids on each side. Then we dribble, pass, and move with 3 to 6 different drills in the setup, 2 to 3 minutes each drill. This includes gate passing, dribble, pass, explode, dribble, skill moves, pass, explode, and more. I'll get a 4 cone drill video up so you can see this in action. Each Monday, I keep this cone drill set up and I get them used to it, working on accuracy. If they're doing great, I add a new version to change it up. Second half drills is another 10 to 15 minutes. I expand on their skill moves with 1v1 minigames. These are King of the Hill, which you can click on the video linked above, and Pass and Escape. Both of these drills are fantastic on teaching defense techniques, skill moves, and ball control techniques, and shooting techniques. Otherwise, I use this time to split up the group to teach areas to hyper-focus on, such as goalie drills for a certain group, 4 types of passing drills, correct shooting with power technique, video linked above, speed training with ladders, and more. Then lastly, I have the mini game. For the mini game, it's the last 20 minutes or so. I end the training with this mini game so I can sort of put into practice what they're learned for the day and highlight on areas that we were just talking about in their gameplay. All right, Wednesday. On Wednesday, I focus on team gameplay skills. These are building out the back, spread and squeeze when attacking versus defending, the attacking third or the final third crosses and attacks, corner kick drills, set plays, and more. And during these drills, I really want to focus on counterattack and not bunching on one side of the field, but to spread out and pass. And for younger kids, this is crucial for gameplay success. Again, I start each practice the same. If they show up early, we have a mini game going until practice starts. Warm-ups is usually a competition, which I mentioned earlier, or a silly fun mini game such as their favorites, Sharks and Minnows, Darth Vader, Coach Tag, etc. And then gameplay drills. When I move to drills, they focus on a certain third of the soccer field. I always start with build out from the back, as this is the majority of gameplay at the beginning of the season. For my team, I noticed a lot of bunching around the ball and not good passing teamwork. So I started with a full field rondo type drill that has each attacking player in a defense, wing, or striker lane, and then I put 3 defenders in the middle of the field and 1 player as goalie. Their job is to stay in their lanes as attackers when they're controlling the ball and they're spreading the field. And their defenders try to steal the ball and score on goal. When this happens, the original attackers must now squeeze to defend the ball. So attack, spread, and squeeze. If they get the ball back and the goalie makes a save, they quickly spread the field again. And we continue the build out. At first, the attackers do not have a goal. Their focus is on passing to a teammate that is moving along their lane, like a rondo. And it's after about 5 or 10 minutes of this, I add 2 mini goals at half field that they can attack, and we can turn this into a build-out game. The attackers attack on the mini goals, defenders try to get on the main goal. In later practices, I will do the final third and work on attacking out wide, crossing, and shooting. I also add in corner kicks and more. I discuss what the defenders are doing, how everyone should communicate, and how they should be striking the ball and working as a team. Then I wrap up practice in the typical 4v4 or 7v7 minigame to put into practice the skills they learned for the day. My practice field is split in half with another age group team, I will often ask them if the second half of practice on Wednesday is a full field match against them. Then I get to work on subs and think about which team groups I have to play together and bench sub as a team versus 1 or 2 players at a time. And this is ideal for a 13 to 14 player team with 7v7 gameplay. 2 teams that sort of can play off of each other. Well, there you have it. I will get some of these practices filmed and put the drills up for you all. Let me know in the comments what works for you. How do you keep it simple soccer? And what's the biggest pain point or issue you wish I could highlight? There's a lot of these issues, especially as new coaches, that you'll find. I want to answer those questions down below. With that, have fun out there, keep it simple, and let's hit the road to go to pro.